What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. And today we have the October 2021 Tulsa International Airport update for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video. Super excited to be back at Tulsa International Airport. We have a bunch of anticipation coming up along with some really cool aircraft in today's airport update. I hope you guys are excited for today's video. And with all that being said, let's jump straight into it. We'll do a little bit of talking at the end, of course, but we already have a 20-minute airport update in store likely. So let's get started. So beginning over here with the Southwest gates, as per usual over here at the Bravo Concourse. We'll start right here with the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the Heart livery with split scimitars. This guy's currently making a service in from Las Vegas, Nevada, and will be heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor following as such. At B3 over there, kind of getting in the shade a little bit, but still looking very nice. Southwest Airlines 737 MAX 8, very excited to get the second release that I ordered previously, and then the third release should be coming very soon from Gemini Jet, so we'll have a plethora of MAX rotation. They're all very similar too, is what's even funnier, but still very excited for those. Regardless, the first release right here will be heading out to Denver after coming in from, let's do St. Louis. I normally do Dallas Love Field, so let's do St. Louis for MAX. So looking good right there. And I normally do all the Southwest together, but since the shade was in the way and this is such an iconic model, I thought I would do this one individually. Over here, right here at B5, we have the Southwest Airlines 737-800. This is the second release that Gemini did. Of course, I got both of them at the same time, but great models. I'm so glad to have them back in my collection. But regardless, this guy's currently making a service in from Dallas Love Field, and he'll be making a flight down to Houston Hobby following as such. So Southwest continuing to evolve. Hopefully a new route soon. It's been quite a while. Who knows, Burbank would be really interesting. Like we talked about in previous updates, Burbank has really been going strong, so I'd be eager to see maybe Burbank. That's probably a stretch, but I still feel like that would be pretty cool. But regardless, something more realistic, maybe Baltimore or something along the lines of that. But hopefully new route soon. I'll be excited. We'll see what Southwest does. Next in line right here, B9, we have this JetBlue Airways Embraer ERJ-190 filling in for a Breeze Embraer ERJ-190, 5 or 90. Hopefully we get a model of it soon, but still a really nice model. Regardless, this guy's currently loading up passengers. He's going to be making a non-stop service today out to, let's go with the New Orleans arrival, and then he'll be heading out to San Antonio. As we've talked about, 2 weekly New Orleans flights, or sorry, San Antonio flights, 4 weekly New Orleans flights. I gotta get better at talking. And 3 weekly Tampa flights. So many destinations and so much anticipation is making it really hard to get everything straight, but hopefully we'll be seeing a lot of great stuff soon. I know the A220's due up really soon. That would be really cool to see from Tampa to Tulsa. I feel like that would be awesome. And hopefully we'll get a model soon, regardless if it's a 190, 195, or an A220. Gemini, I know things are really tough right now with the supply shortages and the LA port and everything, but we would really appreciate some of Velo and Breeze. But regardless, still looking really good right here as he's currently loading up, heading out to San Antonio after coming in from New Orleans. And right here we have this Cessna 172 Skyhawk. He's currently taxiing over to the other side of the airport. We're going to say that he's operating for Civil Air Patrol today, so just doing some normal routine flights, getting pilots ready to go. So looking really nice, and the Cessnas continue to do their work. Right here we have this Frontier Airlines Airbus A320neo. This is this is Colorado the Bighorn Sheep. I don't know what it's been. I just have had such a hard time talking recently. I guess I just get so going and then it just gets out of control, but my apologies. But regardless, this Frontier Airbus A320neo, Colorado the Bighorn Sheep is the appropriate name. This guy's currently loading up, non-stop service out to Denver, Colorado. 2 weekly flights, pardon me, of course. I believe it's Tuesday and Sunday. Along with that, the time's also been moving around a little bit. In September, I believe it was a 6 p.m. arrival. Now I believe it's a 7:30 p.m. arrival, so not anything in the morning. I'm sure the morning's bound up here in the winter. We'll see what happens, but still a really nice flight, and I've been enjoying it. So looking really nice. Alrighty, over to the United section we go to round out Concourse B. Over there we have a very exciting United Airlines Boeing 737-800 in Star Alliance livery. We have been receiving a daily 737-800. We actually had a day where we had 2 of them, which was really, really cool. So I'm glad to see United sustaining really well on the mainline service to Houston Intercontinental. We're also getting quite a few CRJ200s, Emerald 145s, and 175. So quite a bit of variety on that route. I love to see it, and I'm really glad to see how well it's doing. Followed as such right there, we have the United Express Bombardier CRJ-550 on the behalf of GoJet. This guy's currently making a service back out to Chicago O'Hare. I also want to mention this clicked to my head quite a few times that I don't want you guys to forget that it is 2 daily CRJ-550s along with the daily CRJ-200, because I know I put the 550 in here every time because it's one of my favorite models, but I don't want you guys to forget that there is a daily 3 o'clock arrival CRJ-200 for SkyWest. So didn't want you guys to forget about that, but still looking really good, and United continuing to do their thing over here. Next in line right here, we have this United Express Bombardier CRJ-200 on the behalf of SkyWest Airlines. This guy's currently making a non-stop service up to Denver, Colorado today. I think it's been 3 daily CRJ200s along with a Commuter 145, so really eager to see when the main line's going to come back. Like I briefly talked about, I thought maybe this fall was going to be a possibility. Not looking too hot right now, so but like I said, Frontier continues to go strong and Southwest as well, so the RJs may be the best we can get to Denver, Colorado for the moment, but these Evo blue colors are looking great on this SkyWest CRJ200, so looking very good. Taxiing out with service out to Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport right here, we have this American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-700 on the behalf of SkyWest Airlines. Really awesome model here from 2015, absolute workhorse in the fleet. Guys, like I said, I don't know what it is, but ever since I've got recovered to a degree, I just can't talk. But regardless, it's looking really good right here on the CRJ-700. Mesa should be back in November. I think that's what I saw on the schedule. This should be the last month. They also moved it from a 9 o'clock arrival to a, I think it turns back out like 6 o'clock, but it gets in at like 5. So really nice flight right here, and I'm glad to see this. So looking good, and we'll continue to proceed through. Right here we have this Allegiant Air Airbus A320 with Sharklets in the new livery. This guy's currently making a service in from Orlando Sanford International Airport and is getting heavily serviced before he heads back out there. Really exciting as we get over to Concourse A. Of course, this is the big anticipation that we've been talking about for months now since the news has been out. All of it's been out since August, but just a ton of big news, of course, as Allegiant will be beginning 3 new routes in November, which is going to be exciting to complement American as they're going to be beginning 3 new routes as well. So let's go over all the new routes real quick so we are ready for next month when they come. We'll have nonstop service to beginning on November 18th. We'll have Austin International Airport that will start along with Phoenix Mesa International Airport, so 2 new destinations right there, both on November 18th. They'll be twice weekly on Thursday and Sundays. Along with that, on Mondays and Fridays beginning on December 15th, we'll have Sarasota, Florida, which will be an excellent destination to add. So Allegiant going a little bit in central US and then 1 on the West Coast, 1 on the East Coast. So some warm destinations will be really exciting for Allegiant. Really excited to see the evolution. We have not had this many new routes from Allegiant in I'm sorry guys, it's been a while, that's what I'm thinking. I know we had Destin 2019, that would be the newest out of the list, but I think it's honestly been since 2016 since we've had at least a pair of new routes. So this is really exciting, really eager to see how these do, and I honestly feel like especially Phoenix and Sarasota that they're going to do great. We'll see what happens with Austin. Hopefully they'll be able to hold it down, but we'll see. But really excited as we'll transition over to the American side of things. Jam-packed frame right here as we can see. Beginning with A5 right here, we have this American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-700 on the behalf of SkyWest Airlines once again. This guy's currently making a service in from Los Angeles International Airport, and he's going to be heading back out there. Last month, the double daily flights, unfortunately, but we still will have our 1 flight, which honestly is huge, all things considered with the pandemic and everything. And also the SkyWest 175 has been substituting in on that. I don't know if I put it in the last update or not, but the brand new American SkyWest 175s have been flying into all the airports that the 700s have, so it's been really cool to see that here. More so it's been 700s recently, but there were quite a few 175s earlier this month and late September, so very delighting news right there. Pushing back from gate Alpha 7 right here, we have this American Eagle Embraer ERJ-175. I'm actually going to put it at this, I'm going to put it at this gate just so since we're talking about American as a whole right now in general. Since we have so much news and everything, I'll put it right here because this is one of the biggest changes. This guy's currently on the behalf of Envoy Airlines as he's Envoy Air, as he's currently arriving in from Charlotte Dulles International Airport, and he's making the turnaround back out there. The Envoy movement at Charlotte has completely resurged after the 140s got retired. It's been super exciting to see the 175s go in there and do their work, which has been absolutely outstanding. And surprisingly, I was not expecting this, but the Envoy 175s are making their way in from Charlotte. Really interesting. They've been doing this with a handful of destinations in this region, notably Northwest Arkansas, Little Rock, Springfield, airports like that, pardon me. But it's been really interesting that Tulsa's been getting it. Of course, it's been very consistent on the PSA 700 or 900, pardon me, on that first flight of the day for years. So just really interesting to see that, but it's very cool. The same 76 seats, but very nice to see the change up, and hopefully we'll be getting more to come here in a little bit. I'll talk about the new routes here in a moment, but let's get this American Airlines 737-800 first. This guy's currently making a nonstop service back out to Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Tons of mainline. I think the Sharklet A319s are back as well, so I'll be sure to get that in the next update. But I didn't even see that till I was looking through the board this morning. But really exciting regardless. And one more aircraft before I talk about the news. FedEx Express Boeing 757-200 currently taxiing up to runway 18 left. He was coming in from Fort Alliance earlier, and he'll head out to Denver, Colorado following as such. So American, like we've talked about, 3 new routes for them starting as well in November. On November 2nd, service to Washington, Reagan, DCA, and and Austin, Texas will both be beginning. Really, really excited for those, along with the Saturday only Miami service that will begin on November 6th. So here we go with some, we do have one major change. I don't know if I got to talk about it in the last update or not. But regardless, the Reagan service is now going to be 5 times a week on the PSA CRJ 700. Now, we haven't had the PSA CRJ 700 consistently in about 4 years, so that'll be really nice to complement the PSA 900 whenever those get back, and all the other CRJs in general. But of course, we have a ton of the SkyWest ones, but not many of the PSA ones, so that'll be really cool. In terms of variety, it's nice because here's what they're actually doing. So since there's not a Saturday flight for that, it's 6 weekly total. On Friday night, a Republic Embraer 175 will come in, and then that aircraft goes to Chicago, while on Friday night, an Envoy 175 comes in, and that aircraft goes to Miami. And then they do the reverse reciprocal of that for Saturday night into Sunday morning. So really, really cool to see that. I'm really liking the system American's going for here. My guess on Reagan is they're kind of just going to, I don't want to say baby it into a good route here for Tulsa, but I think they're just going to slowly progress with it. I'm sure there's some sort of scheduling conflict. The other interesting thing is the flight is now at pretty crazy times. So it leaves at 5:30 in the morning, which for retrospective, the Dallas flight, the first one of the day and Tulsa's most popular route for business travel and leisure combined, leaves at 5:05. So crazy to see how early it's leaving, and also gets in really late on the PSA flight at, I believe, about 11:30. So absolutely crazy to see how late it is, but I'm really excited to see where the or how the progression comes of these routes. Miami's looking really good from looking at loads. I could definitely see that being daily by potentially next summer even. For Reagan, I think PSA 700 for a while, and we'll see what happens. And of course, Austin, Texas will be starting for American, like I said, on November 2nd. That'll be an Envoy 175. Loads are actually not looking too bad, which really delights me. Also, I'll put the article in the description, but somebody did an absolutely outstanding article of why Austin will be a huge element for American's fleet. Mainly talking about the Dallas hub and how that's going to give Dallas some relief. So it was a great article. I highly recommend reading it. It was really good. But regardless, American doing their thing. Next month will be huge for Allegiant and American. I'm really excited for the new routes. And after that, it'll be a little dull unless we get some news very soon. But still looking really good, and I'm really excited for what's to come. So well done, American. Like I said, this will be these aircraft will be heading out to their respective destinations. Sorry that the lighting isn't the best over here, but right here we have the American Eagle Embraer ERJ-175 at gate Alpha 10 for Envoy Air. This guy's going to be making a non-stop turn back up to Chicago O'Hare today. And over there currently taxiing in, we have the Delta Connection Embraer ERJ-175 on the behalf of SkyWest Airlines. This guy's currently making one of the 3 daily Salt Lake City inbound flights. It is going back to 2 daily in November. Not surprised. I pretty much predicted it, but like I said, I think a 319 on the evening flight would be outstanding, but we'll see what happens. But regardless, still looking really good. And right here we have a Delta Airlines Boeing 717. I'm sorry about the shade between the slight angle of the terminal, and also by the time we get to this point in the airport update with the lighting, it just kind of runs out of gas. But the good news is, in the once we get into deep winter with the sun cycle, it won't be this bad. So very, very exciting there. But regardless, this guy's currently making the non-stop flight back out to Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport. It's going to be 4 daily 717s starting in November, which is outstanding to say the least. We had 3 daily MD-88s and 2 daily CRJ 900s at the peak. So to think that we're going to have, or actually for the summer peak, I'll rephrase that. It was actually, that was the winter peak. The summer peak was 3 daily MD-88s and 2 717s. But still, to see Atlanta doing this well is awesome. Really, really glad to see how healthy of a route it is, and I'm really excited for what's to come. So we're actually going to take it over to the runway and the American Airlines Hangar 5 before we come back over to the cargo, because I want to get some really good lighting on it for the thumbnail. So we'll take it over to the runway and American Airlines Hangar 5. Currently lifting off right here on 18 left right here, we have this UPS Airbus A300 freighter. This guy's currently making a non-stop service back out to Louisville, Kentucky today. We'll just say that there was a simple downgrade from the 767, which doesn't happen every day, but on Saturdays it is an A300, and I thought I would get it in here before we get the new one. So looking really good, very nice aircraft, and we'll proceed over to Hangar 5. Beginning right here, taxiing out to runway 18 left right here, we have this American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER. He's currently taxiing out, and he's going to be doing some routine maintenance flying around the TUL area. I saw one the other day and it did quite a few loops, so I thought it'd be nice to throw one in here. So looking very nice, and the American 777, like I said, doing some routine maintenance. Right here we have this American Airlines Boeing 787-9. This guy's currently sitting idle as he will be heading back into the hangar for a C check here in a couple of hours after the two current mainline aircraft move out. Speaking of those two, here they are right here. On the left side, we have an American Airlines Airbus A319 with Shotcuts. One actually came in for routine maintenance from Chicago the other day, so I thought it would be really cool to include that. So there he is over there on the left. And on the right, we have a normal American Airlines 737-800 routine maintenance flight. This guy came in on the 8 o'clock arrival from Dallas, doing a quick procedure, and then he'll be heading back out on one of the morning flights in a couple of days. So looking very good. And last but certainly not least, we have the cargo section looking really good over here. We'll start here on the bottom with the Kalitta Charters II Boeing 727-200 freighter, the first appearance ever of a Boeing 727 in an airport update, and I'm super excited to get this in here. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Cincinnati, Ohio, and he'll be heading back out there. These have came in pretty sparingly, but over the last 6 months or so. I would say on average maybe once a week. That may even be pushing it. It's kind of weird because as you guys probably know with cargo airlines, they'll come in like some aircraft, like this one particularly, will come in for like 3 days in a row and then won't come in for a month. So it's pretty weird. But I would say on average probably one time a week it comes in. So I thought I would throw it in, and of course I bought it. It has been a mix between the winglet one and the non-winglets. So really cool to get this in here though. What an awesome looking aircraft, and 727 seriously is such a amazing piece of aviation history. So I'm so glad we were able to get a little bit of retro aircraft into these airport updates. Sorry. But looking very nice. I'm really glad that we were able to get that in there. What an awesome looking model, and it looks great here at the Tulsa Model Airport. Middle right there, we have the FedEx Express Boeing 767-300 freighter. This guy's currently making a non-stop service out to Memphis, Tennessee after coming in from there earlier. And last but certainly not least, we have this UPS Boeing 757-200 freighter. This guy's currently currently making a service in from Louisville, and we'll say that he's heading back out there. That's kind of where they've been going recently. So that will do it for today's Tulsa International Airport update. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Just a couple of brief things on Tulsa. I've been doing some really good things on social media. There's been a lot of live music in the terminal, so that's been really cool to see. And of course, the nonstop flights are coming up. Also, the valet parking's been doing really well, so I've been glad to see that on the social media. And a lot of awesome things just going on at TUL. It's a great time to be around the area, but lots of live music advertising, and it's really good. I would highly recommend checking it out between the social medias, and there's probably some on the website as well. But huge new flights, 2 flights to Austin, or 2 airlines to Austin, so that's 2 of the routes. Sarasota, Florida for Allegiant, Phoenix Mesa for Allegiant, Miami for American, and Washington Reagan for American. So some really good variety. Really nice to get that East Coast connection between Sarasota, Miami, and Reagan. Those will be great routes, along with the new Phoenix flight and 2 flights to Austin. So what more could we ask for at Tulsa International Airport at this current time? Lots of evolution, and I'm really excited for what's to come here at TUL. The future is bright, and as per usual, Tulsa continues to do its thing on a regular basis, and I'm really excited. Hopefully I'll be able to go spotting again very soon. Of course, we're still in the tail end of mono ears, so it's been rather difficult, but hopefully maybe by the end of the year, that's definitely a goal by the end of the year. Maybe by next month, who knows. Breaks will be coming up and things, so I mean, don't get me wrong, it was already pretty hard as it was, but still trying to get caught up on YouTube stuff along with all the schoolwork, along with getting recovered still. It's a really hard thing to grasp my head around currently, but hopefully we'll be able to get over there soon. And then a whole nother level of things, a day trip would be so fun to do. Have plenty of vouchers and things, so hopefully by the end of the school year, I know that we're talking about way far down the lines, but guys, I hate to say it, or for us seniors at least, I know there's quite a few seniors on the community and things that are my age. We're already 2 months into that senior year, and then, or for all you guys really, we're already 2 months into the school year of that for everybody that's in school. 2 months into the year, and then it just goes way too fast. But regardless, still a lot of awesome things coming. Holidays coming up, lots of great things going on. The TSA numbers are still really good. A couple days over 2 million passengers, which is rather remarkable, pardon me. But regardless, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's airport update. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process, do what you love, and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.